She want a good life, no one to cause her pain and strife.
How I became a teen mom. Now, if you know me, you know that I have 2 children. If you don't know me, let me tell you, I have 2 children. I have a 17-year-old. On Sunday she'll be 17, and I also have a 21-year-old, both girls. So when I was 13, I was approached by an older man who lied to me about his age, and that started the story of me being sexually exploited as a teenager from 13 to 19, because that's when my teenage years end, but that was not actually when the relationship ended. So exploited from 13 to 19 by a 25-year-old man when I was 13. He got me pregnant at 13. Did a procedure. He got charged for sexual interference, and me, like a dummy, wrote a letter saying I lied about my age, and he got off. Within a year later, I believe he got me pregnant again. And that was my oldest daughter. 5 years later, that was my second daughter. Now, do I regret my kids? No, I don't. Okay. I love my children very much. But given what happened to me in the past, I am very overprotective. I don't play no games when it comes to my daughters. I am all up in their business. And here I am today. Now, when I first created this channel, I wanted it to be about my life as a teen mom and all the ups and downs that came along with that. But I put a little bit more thought into it, and I didn't want to lead with that, because I didn't allow being a teen mother to define me. It defines me as a mother, because I'm a very good mother. My children are everything I dreamt of them to be and more, and I'm very proud of them, and everything that they're becoming is straight along the lines of what I wanted for them. So I'm very happy about that. That's the only way that being a teen mother actually defined my life. Now at 37 years old, I'm redefining myself. I am transforming into the woman that I always thought I should be, and I'm loving it. I've been through quite a bit of trials and tribulations, especially being a single mother, being a teen mother, all the stigmas that come along with that, all the expectations society puts on you rather, all the the whispers and the doubt people put on you and your children and their future. And I think I was watching one of my YouTube mentors yesterday, and he said something which I think, I'm smiling about it now because it actually does relate to my life. I didn't even think of this while I was listening to him, but he said something along the lines of, it doesn't matter what you are going through or what you went through, like, you will get the last laugh. And sure as day, I am getting the last laugh. Because, I know the expectations were not high for me and my kids at all. I don't know what people thought. They probably thought they were going to end up being teen moms. Their dad probably thought I was going to end up being some sort of junkie or prostitute or homeless bum. Like, I don't know what he thought. But he thought wrong. And I am having the last laugh, so I will smile. But back then, life was crazy. This man has done so many things to me, and for the longest time I was experiencing a very strong bout of Stockholm Syndrome, which is a coping mechanism where you start to sympathize with your abuser. You no longer look at them as your abuser. You look at them as somebody that loves you, somebody that cares for you, somebody who's protecting you, and you in turn start to care for them. You start protecting them, you know. That happened for a very, very long time until I was about 21, 22. A lot of things were happening. I was depressed, having those, thoughts. And I started to feel like it had to be one of us. It was going to be him or it was going to be me. And, I thought about my kids and I said, you know what? I don't trust this man after, at that time, I think I was coming to grasp with what he had done to me over the years, the abuse. And I thought about my kids and I said, I cannot let it be me, because then, I risk actually giving him free access to my children, and who's going to be there to protect them. So I tried to leave the relationship. I actually went to a shelter for 9 months until I could get rehoused somewhere else. And this is where we are today. After, I guess you could call it like a detox, like getting somebody away from you and out of your system. You take classes on like abuse and how to recognize the cycle and all that good stuff. And I'm the type of person where if I'm learning something, if I can apply it to my life, I'm definitely going to apply it to my life. So as simple as those courses were back in the day, it did make a difference, because it sort of put me on the path of learning more about how to protect myself and my children, and just creating a better, safer environment for us and future as well. So that is how I became a teen mom. Now, this relationship was not filled with physical abuse, but it was definitely emotional abuse, a lot of grooming, because he did meet me when I was 13 and he was 25, and a lot of like manipulation, all this stuff that's now popular, narcissism, manipulation games men play. Back in the day, we didn't have all these special words. He was just crazy. That's what I called him. I called him crazy. I actually thought that he had I thought he was a sociopath, to be honest. He seemed a bit sociopathic. And I know over the years he has said that he does have some sort of mental illness. And this was long after the getting rehoused situation. So after he said that to me, I was like, okay, that's all I need to hear. No more access around myself or these kids. I don't know what kind of mental illness you got, but until somebody says it's okay to have you around us, I don't want you around us. So that's been that. And I did mention a few videos ago, an ex who talks smack about me, always talking, you know what, tries to harass me every chance he gets. It's him. I don't even know if I would call him an ex. I would call him my ex-abuser. Because when I think about it, it wasn't really a relationship. I was just being used as a child for sexual gratification as an adult, by an adult. And this is something that happens a lot in the Black community. And it didn't only happen with him. There are a lot of grown men that sleep with 16, 17-year-old girls in the hood, especially when they know they come from single parent families or they know the father isn't around. Then they do a little bit of grooming themselves, and they kind of get looked up to as a father figure in a sense. Meanwhile, all they're looking at are those girls once they become teenagers, trying to get into their ear. And that is why I do not allow my kids around nobody. Okay, nobody. Ain't nobody got the chance to groom my kids. You know why? Because my kids have everything they need. They ain't lacking for nothing. And I've already told them, don't listen. You see, when these older men come up to you when you're 16 and over talk about, oh, I liked you since you were young and I always thought you were pretty, just say to yourself, so you liked me when you were 8 and when I was 8 and you were 25? That's how you need to put it in your head, because that's exactly what it is. Now, my kids, I'm not saying I was the best mom. Okay, I've made mistakes, but God knows I've done my best to protect them, to provide for them, to teach them, and to let them know that they are loved as children. Let them know that they are beautiful young lady, that I think that they are articulate, they are smart, they are all these things, you know. As a mother, or I should say as a child growing up, those are things I never heard. And I feel like in a sense that played a role in me looking for attention or accepting attention from somebody who should not have been showering me with any sort of attention, because it was highly inappropriate. So what I will say to moms, especially mothers with daughters, let your daughters know that they are what they are, you know. Shower them with accolades, even if you are a single mother. Shower your children, even the boys, with accolades, okay? Let them know that they are worthy and that they have self-worth, because somebody out there will prey on the fact that they are lacking something, or that something is lacking in the home, and you know, life will be different for them as a result of that. So I just want to give a little bit of my backstory, because I'm going to come on here and speak more often about, you know, my life as a single mom. That was the intent of this channel initially, but I didn't want to lead with that just because of all the rhetoric that is on social media about single mothers and how we're this, and I'm also black. So on top of that, I'm a black single mother. I ain't married. My baby daddy ain't ish. I'm not here for nobody talking smack about me, okay? I will tell you about your mother in 2.5 seconds. So, and because I don't want to get out of character, you know, I'm trying to develop myself into a more sophisticated lady. So I don't want to lead with that, but I will come on here and tell a little bit about my life of being a single mother,